Oh, I wish you guys could smell these beautiful flowers on these ornamental crabapple trees that are growing in the backyard. They're so sweet. They're so awesome right now. I just needed a couple minutes of your time as an introduction to the June readings for all signs. It's my pleasure to bring them to you once again. I hope you enjoy them. But I had to throw in a little just disclaimer saying that, yeah, the readings are for entertainment purposes only. If you have situations, maybe you need to go see a doctor of some fashion, this is not to be taken as medical advice. This is to be used for entertainment purposes. So as the channel description says, be enlightened, be entertained, but most of all, be yourself. If you are needing a little bit of extra helping hand, please go and seek professional assistance from somebody that can get you to a place where you're feeling good and strong and as beautiful as these crabapple trees are. Okay, thanks guys. Enjoy your readings.
Like the filling of an Oreo, there's nothing quite as sweet as reading for sign of Scorpio. Hi Scorpio. A lot of you probably really didn't enjoy that, but I've been doing that for all the signs except for Libra, because nothing rhymes with Libra except for zebra, and I did that last time. But anyways, Scorpio, hello. Thank you for joining me for this, your June 2017 general reading. I hope you're all well in a place of abundance, joy, bliss, contentment, whatever that might mean for you. I hope you're there. I hope you're in it. And if there's something you're after, I hope you're getting after it. Get on it, get out, get it done. So, Scorpio, yes. Thanks again for all of your support, views, likes, and subscribes. It meant a lot to me over the last little while here. It's been really good, really enjoyable to do these monthly and mid-month readings. For June, I just want to let you know the mid-June readings are going to be fairly brief. I'm going to be doing a bit of traveling, so whatever major messages come up here, I want you guys maybe to apply them for the whole month. And whenever you're watching this is probably the right time, okay? Wow! Overall energy, temperance card at the bottom of the deck. This is like the third reading in a row you guys have had temperance. So, what's that old song? Stuck in the middle with you. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Isn't that the truth? Have you been feeling a little bit like, wow, the world is just going on all around me, and here I am just doing my thing, just enjoying my life, just, or the other side of the coin, making ends meet, getting to work, getting my work done, and doing it all just sort of with a smile on my face and being sort of that pillar of consistency is what I get out of this temperance card. You guys are going through it with some level of like bona fide consistency where other people are sort of taking notice that like this person is unmovable. This person is somebody that is not to be messed with, because just when it seems like everybody's ready to give up on something, you know, Scorpio is the one that has like that last like good idea or gives it like that last final push to actually make it happen for the team. And then everyone's kind of like looking up to you. You guys, I feel, are really shining on very many levels right now, physically, mentally. There's a lot of good things going on, yet at the same time, it's kind of like you guys are still searching. You guys are still wondering. You guys are still kind of dreaming, like, what's next? What does it all mean? Where do we go? Are we going to have enough to go out and accomplish this next set of goals that we set for yourself, right? Temperance is a good card to see here. And the fact that it's been up 3 times in a row is showing me that you are kind of being an example to others in terms of digging your feet into this world on a 3D plane, yet being open to love, being open to spirit, being open to a lot of things. There is a lot of healing, I feel, that has gone on for Scorpio in this year 1, 2017. And now that we're halfway through it, a lot of you are kind of realizing, like, yes, I needed to get right. Yes, I needed to feel like I was okay with myself so that, you know, the blessings that I'm looking for can continue to come into my life. When I say I, me, we, all of that, again, I'm in touch with your sign at present time for this reading. So don't read too much into the pronoun verbiage of that. So, you guys, it's great to see this temperance energy up here again for the 3rd time in a row. It wasn't always in this particular spot, but this card has been around in your readings for quite some time, and I'm really happy to see it. So let's talk on the topic of happiness. What does it take to make us happy? What does it take in order to keep us happy? And when it comes to happiness, are we being authentic? Are we truly happy? Or are we putting on a show of happiness just sort of to make it through? Okay, those are the questions we're going to kind of be relating back to with temperance up in the overall energy. Okay, just going to try and center this camera out for you guys a little bit. Sometimes I get way too like right-wingy, left-wingy. I don't know. It's like off to the side. Let's start in the root chakra, grounding energy. Ace of Swords up here. Okay, so now there's something. I have a feeling you guys are looking forward to the future. Ace of Swords means to me that the vision is being set on something tangible in the future. These are physical goals. These are things that you want for yourself or that you want to do. For a lot of you, the sense I have is for that of maybe expanding horizons, seeing beyond what you have maybe been limiting yourself to and to do over the last little while. The feeling with this card is also that you're maybe experimenting with certain new diets, styles of truth, belief systems, things of that nature. And when I say experimenting, I mean like kind of trying them out, not really, and like discerning them and being open, right, to understanding that there's more than just the one way that you were told or that you were taught at some particular point in time. So to have Ace of Swords upright in your root chakra means that we are consciously thinking about things like our physical activity, our diet, and our physical bodies in terms of like wanting to promote our longevity, our life expectancy, and our overall physical health so that we have room to be in a state of expansion both emotionally and spiritually, because the physical body as our vessel is definitely that important part that sometimes Scorpio can overlook when it comes to like thinking about being in love or thinking about the afterlife or thinking about whatever it is. Sometimes we're just like, oh yeah, we just continue to like abuse our bodies a little bit and then it kind of all catches up. But this card is showing the temperance. You guys have been really good at taking care of your physical self and sticking to certain disciplines that you may have implemented for yourself earlier this year. Excellent card to see there. I'm really happy with that. Oh, now in sacral energy, we got the Fool. Okay. So this is good for Scorpio, right? Kind of being ruled by that area of the body. Scorpio, you got the Fool energy up in your sacral chakra. So the message is be fun-loving, but don't be foolish when it comes to your passionate activities. If you got a friend with benefits, maybe you've got a partner, maybe it's time to really get engaged again in terms of that physical lovemaking, all right? And maybe some of you might be finding that you're entering into new sexual relationships with new partners this month. This kind of like spring fever is upon all of us, and Scorpio will be hit exceptionally hard with it, and you might find yourself with no intention of getting in the sheets with anybody at 7 o'clock on one particular evening, but by 11:30 p.m. you find like, oh my goodness, well, I just had the time of my life, and holy wow, like that was completely unexpected. And so that's kind of what Fool energy up in sacral chakra energy is. And as well, have fun with any creative projects. If you're creating something, whether it's for profit or enjoyment, or just to like maybe get your creative juices flowing, the message behind this card is who gives a rat's fat behind about the finished product? You must have fun while you're doing it. Otherwise, what the hell is the point, right? Okay, that's Fool energy up. These cards are coming good. When the cards come good with good messages and energy, I feel it's just like bing, bang, boom. We can just like roll through it. It's when like these healing messages and like these harder energies come in. It's when we take time to like sort of analyze them and like break them down for the signs. But Scorpio, you guys are coming into a really good time here in June. Not sure what that's all about. Not sure what it means for each and every one of you. But I think we're waking up with smiles on our faces and going out and embracing the world with a level of just like overall contentment and happiness. Because when these bottom two chakras are coming up like really healthy and happy, that means like on a physical day-to-day level, we're unchallengeable, like unbeatable almost, that type of energy, right? So let that work for you, okay? Gut instincts, King of Swords reversed. Okay, so now we just had to mention where the heck is the adversity? Where are the hidden messages? We know these things with Ace of Swords and Fool, right? This is stuff we know. It's easy. Now we've got King of Swords in the solar plexus and the gut instinct. Maybe there's a situation abound, Scorpio, with somebody that's close to you Could be a roommate, a best friend, a lover, somebody with a lot of air in their charts. Could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, where you're having to do your best to accommodate for that person. This person may be asking a lot of you without maybe being aware that they are doing as such. So if you have these air signs in your chart, it may be best to sort of approach anything with sort of a level of caution over your own priorities. This person may ask things of you, and you might be wanting to help, but make sure that they don't conflict with other things that are more important to you, and you're not just doing it to be nice, because the King of Swords, when he's reversed, can be sort of like uncaring to your situation and really wanting to have you be a part of what they're doing for their own gain. The King of Swords is also someone here that expects you to follow. They will quickly dismiss your ideas, your creativity, your priorities. They will dismiss them and kind of take the best of what they can from you to better themselves or to improve their position without any recompense for your situation. Okay, be very careful if you're dealing with a King of Swords in your outside environment, just so that you're not giving too much of your power away. And if you have a lot of air in your chart, Scorpio, if you're internalizing or wanting to self-actualize through this card and seeing what it means for you, what it's saying is maybe you need to be a bit of a better listener. Maybe people are coming to you for help, advice, your wisdom, your life experiences, and you're almost too quick to dole out advice without listening to the entire situation, potentially, is a message I've got there, which is kind of like, yeah, if we're going to look at it and look at self-improvement in any sort of way, why is the King of Swords in our environment? It's like, well, maybe that's just not the way that we want to act. Maybe it's something we see in somebody else, and you can recognize that it's a part of yourself that you maybe haven't been enjoying. Maybe you've been working on it. Maybe you've been aware of it or becoming aware of it, and now you're trying to consciously kind of cut those certain behaviors out of your life when it comes to other people. Because, yeah, when we talk about this healing energy, healing of the physical body and healing of the mind, it's kind of like one of those things is where we implement that first is in our interpersonal relationships. And when we're able to do it there, then that's where it is. Now, for some of you, this is happening on the home front, maybe with a wife or a husband or a thems or theirs partner, where it's kind of like the ebb and flow, the give and take, and the balance might be a little bit out of alignment when it comes to communication and when it comes to being on the same page with schedules and routines, and even back to diet. I feel like almost if somebody's doing the cooking and then someone's like, man, I don't want to eat mashed potatoes, or I don't want this, right? And then they're like, oh, well, you don't like my cooking, or you don't like my cooking. And it's like, oh my goodness, no, it's nothing personal. It's just like, I've been trying to tell you that, certain things give me heartburn and blah, blah, blah. And certain things just don't sit well with me anymore. And I'm changing and I'm evolving. Hopefully your partner in your home relationship, your children and your significant others, you can be open in your communication about the fact that you might be evolving, you might be metamorphosizing. When you need to retreat, when you need to go into your shell, let them know that you're doing that so you're not creating any distrust or any weird feelings. Okay? Scorpio. Ten of Swords reversed in Heart of Hearts. All right, Scorpio, what's going on? Why are you having trouble nailing down whatever it is that you're clearly working towards? You are clearly have a set vision in mind, right? But your heart is just no, you're not going to get it. You're not going to go there until you've finished up no dessert until your vegetables are done, kind of thing, right? Is what the heart is saying. It's what is it that you have to put to bed? Are these last few pieces of the puzzle that you're needing to reveal in order to heal about yourself, about your situation, about even your mind, right? It's almost like you could be having some very good days at the beginning of a work week, and then by the end of the week, the middle of the week, or the weekend, you might be feeling a little bit blasé. You might be feeling a little bit sort of down in the dumpities just because your heart and your thought processes are not like seeing this direct improvement, even though you're a pillar of consistency, like we've been saying, right? You're in a situation where you're working hard towards it, but internally, I feel in the heart there's something going on that isn't allowing you to receive, and it's receptive on the temperance side of things. Like I feel like giving right now is like giving your all, giving your best is not a problem. And you know, maybe with this shared device here thing again is maybe we want to not speak as quickly as we can be, be very cautious of like shrewd comments and things like that. You know, if you're feeling out of sorts, and maybe this is something where you haven't fully forgiven yourself or something, or forgiven somebody else, or let go of something. Um, because when it comes to this and these blessings that wanting to come into our life later on in the year, the feeling I have is that Scorpio's really going to have to make sure that they are as healthy as possible in all facets of life. So with this Ten of Swords up in heart, I really want to make sure that you guys are really putting to bed anything that you can, any words you can get out, any messages you can send out, whether to yourself, to the universe, to another person, to admit wrongdoing, to forgive others, to forgive yourself, that you're actually doing this work, okay? Is a message I have. I just want to quickly ask here, why is Ten of Swords up reversed in Heart of Hearts? Why does Scorpio have this Ten of Swords here? All right. Maybe you got, oh, here we go. Maybe you guys are just intuitively know that happiness, it can't come from compromise. You guys aren't wanting to dabble in any level of mediocrity, and it might be, you know, in a place where you're left feeling somewhat alone because nobody really maybe understands you, and it's kind of weighing heavy on your mind. It's very true that in this life, your frequency has to be matched up with your partners or with your potential partners in order for harmonious relationships to occur. And sometimes, like Scorpio, like you can sometimes come across as so advanced if you've done your healing work. For those Scorpios that are healthy now and that are evolved out, for any other person of any other sign to match that level of intensity and frequency and energy is very rare. It's going to be very tough to find that. So maybe that's what you're struggling with. Maybe this is a message here out for single Scorpios that are like, why is just there nobody for me? And when A, you won't dabble in mediocrity, so pat on the back for that. But B, you also kind of have to realize in order to get that ideal, perfect, twin flame, long-term soulmate type person, this person has to be a match for your energy, and it's going to be quite rare. It's going to be kind of like, what do they call in those? Like 1 in a million girls or 1 in a million people kind of thing. That sort of energy. So maybe your singularity is just weighing a little heavy on you. You know it's part of your journey. You know you're going through it for a reason. But your singularity is like, could be just weighing heavy on you a little bit at this time in your heart. So to do that, just go out and do things that make you happy. Try not to worry about it. Set your intention of that beautiful person coming into your life, and then forget it. Go and do something a little bit more mundane. Keep your mind busy in this temperate things that you've been doing really well. Okay? Four of Swords reversed out in communication. Maybe some of you are going to be having to come clear with this goes back to this and this message of the home. If you're going into your shell, if you've been like going through changes, it may be time you find in June where people are going to be asking about you, like, wow, we've really noticed a change in you, or where have you been type thing. And you may be really having to communicate that you have gone on some sort of retreat, or you may be like authentically listening and doling out good advice about whatever program it is that you found, whatever regimented diet or basic activity that has helped you change. Other people may be wanting to come and listen to your story and hear what you have to say about, you know, maybe taking that time out of life, which I feel in this year one, a lot of you have done that. Or whatever it is that you've gone through, you may be asked to express how you're feeling about it, how you've adapted as a result of it, and how you've come through it in terms of the way that you have. So people are going to be recognizing enormous amounts of strength with you, and I feel that people are going to be wanting to talk about it. Scorpio, I don't know if you're going to want to be talking about it so much. You may or you may not, depending on where you're at and whatever level of trust you have with the people that are asking you in your life. So with Four of Swords reversed, I think expression wise, you guys are going to be coming out a little bit more. You might be find yourself in June dressing flashy, or looking really good, new hairstyles, things like that. Just things that people are going to take notice of in that nonverbal language. How you carrying yourself is going to make people take notice with Four of Swords, right? You've changed. Something about you has changed. All right. Hierophant, or the High Priest, is reversed up here, number 5 major, in your third eye chakra. And he's reversed. Okay. So some of you may have realized that you've gone it alone enough in terms of your own vision setting, your own goal setting, and now you're kind of maybe waiting or holding out hope that something, the co-creation part of it's going to happen. When is the universe going to do its part to match, dollar for dollar or pound for pound what you've put into this change process, this transformation process? Now, when are the blessings? Where are the blessings going to come, right? Hierophant is saying here, just a little bit of patience is going to be required. And if you're not in a committed relationship and you're kind of wanting it, don't worry too much about it. The Hierophant is saying that sometimes Source wants to create an infinite personal relationship with you. So that's kind of like your higher self being tapping you on the shoulder, saying, hey Jan, or hey Bill, I'm still here, right behind you, or above you, guiding you, protecting you, doing these things for you. And maybe you're just sort of coming into awareness, whereas having a heightened sense of perception and in an ascension process is more important than having, a 40, a 30, a 20-year relationship, or even, a 10-month relationship with a lot of fulfillment. You're kind of feeling, well, maybe, I deserve that. I deserve these good things. But, your higher self is saying, well, I put you on a particular path for a reason, and now I want to show you the reasons why. And you might be at odds with that a little bit because you're like, well, everybody else gets to drive a Mercedes. Everybody else gets to, have a beautiful boyfriend or girlfriend or them's or their friend. Why am I stuck doing the mediocre crap when I'm the one, giving the things the final push or the last best idea? And the Hierophant is saying, just still continue to be patient. Scorpio, almost like being born under this sign has been the ultimate physical test of patience and endurance that any sign could have received even from birth. Okay, Lover's card reversed. All right, so now we could be going back and talking more about your personal relationships with the air signs. How are you going about it? Are you putting on a face to appease an air sign, a lover in your life, and maybe you're not overly as happy in the situation as you want to be? Or again, for these singles here, are you feeling that love is just a pipe dream? Some of you, I feel maybe you're just ready to give up on the whole shenanigans and be like, is this just something else that we've been made to believe that we need to have, right? Do you trust yourself to be in a relationship? Do you trust your partner? If you've been burned in the past, can you come to a complete awareness or a complete level of openness and trust to be ready to get into that kind of a relationship? The Lover's reverse coming in at Crown Chakra is saying, Scorpio, you have got to be fully flippin' honest with yourself that you are ready, that you are healthy enough, and that this person is what you want. This is not dabbling in mediocrity or something that you'll be happy with for a couple months, and then you reach the 1 year mark, and then you're like, you have to maybe break a heart because you're not feeling it anymore. Somebody else out there has got your sacral energies going in a new direction. So the Lover's card reverse in the Crown Chakra is calling to me for complete honesty in relationships and to yourself, right? And especially with people with air in your charts and in these areas of communication, we've got to remain honest. I'm not accusing you guys of being liars, but you can sometimes just not give things attention, and then it's not like it's lying by omission, but it's been left by the wayside so long you don't consider it relevant, so you don't express it, and then any type of partner is like, why were they lying? Why didn't they tell me about that? And you just didn't consider it relevant. So we're bringing these things to the surface so that we can engage them and be honest with ourselves about them in sort of more subtle ways. Okay? I don't know. I hope that made sense, Scorpio. We're going to take a couple Oracle Capstone takeaway cards for the reading. Overall, really good cards. You guys got the Fool, you got Temperance, you got Ace of Swords, right? Up in solar plexus and heart chakra, we've got some sword cards reversed, even up in through the throat chakra. So mentally, the mental game is huge here in through June. I have a feeling you guys will be tying up some loose ends. You guys are going to be continuing working on health, fitness, happiness, things of that nature. Oh, I thought that card wanted to come, but I think we'll just give him a couple more goes because I'm not really I'm kind of rambling. I should just be focused on what it is that you want. Okay, sad embrace. Oh, goodness. This card to come up, it just might be a feeling here that, yeah, definitely the mental construct of and your emotional well-being, if anything, is the thing that, you guys are kind of working on. If there's anything that's got you down, it's kind of like this level of, why do I feel so alone? Even if you are in a relationship, it's kind of like, does this person really get me? When we're spooning, when we're cuddling, when we're together, is this person even really on my level? Why does this person, when we're having our late night chats, just turn over and end up snoring their face off when I have so much left to say, right? Or why do we, when we have these esoteric conversations about love, life, and God, why does this person kind of shut down everything that I'm really wanting to express, and that sort of thing? With sad embrace, and again, back to the singles that have been alone, I feel, for a long time, because the frequencies aren't matching up for Scorpio, because I have a feeling it's just an evolution thing. Scorpio will go one of two ways in this lifetime. You either will be evolving or you'll be devolving, right? Kind of thing, depending on how good is your nature, right? How authentic have you been, right? Truth be told. So this is the second card, number 14 out of Wisdom from the Oracle. These are good takeaway cards. So if you're going through this, the sad embrace, just know that there is someone out there that gets you. And even if they're coming through on a different level spiritually, right now they are there for you, angels, spirit guides. Talk to them outrightly, openly talk to them if you don't have a partner to release your expressions to at bedtime, right? Let's get into the situation where you're talking to the angels, the spirit guides, and your higher self. And look, we're talking about being honest with ourselves. Truth be told is the second card you guys have up from Wisdom of the Oracle. Look at the open window in the middle of the owl's body, where his heart and his solar plexus chakra are fully opening up now. And look at the love shining through. If love is what you're after and love is what you want, but you're having trouble finding a place to extract it from, it's showing that it's coming from within, right? Opening up, doing this work within yourself. You're doing the physical work to feel better. Let's get the mental game sort of back on track, where love becomes more of a feeling than a thought. So we're not tricking ourselves out of it or what it should be. All it is a simple feeling, and you guys already have it because you've been this pillar of strength and consistency. So at some level, this love is pumping through you as a feeling. Let's just not overanalyze it and then get down on ourselves and realize, well, what level of honesty are we being? Because honestly, truth be told, it's a feeling. It's not a thought. This is a situation where the brain needs to be tricked into understanding that it has to be at one with the feeling of love. It can't direct it. It can't define it. It can't show it. It has to follow the leader, sort of, in that sense, and that leader being the feeling in the gut, in the heart, right? Okay, get with that, Scorpio. I hope this reading made a lot of sense. It was truly pleasurable reading these cards for you and to see you in such a good place right now. Let's just make sure that mentally we're staying strong, we're staying consistent, and I'm looking forward to seeing good cards again in the next reading. Love you all. We'll see you next time.